Welcome back. Today, we're diving straight into a brand new explainer, breaking down the absolutely critical takeaways from day 37 of the PW Earner's journey. If you've been with us so far, you know we've covered some amazing ground. But honestly, today's stuff is the real deal. We are talking about the core, foundational elements you need to seriously level up your content creation.
So let's kick things off with a question. क्या फ़र्क है एक amateur or professional video में? Really think about it. What actually separates a basic amateur recording from a slick professional cut? A lot of folks think it requires thousands of dollars in camera gear, or maybe some massive studio setup. But actually, no way. The secret comes down to just three super accessible things: B-roll, overlays, and layers.
We've got a great roadmap for today. First, we'll uncover the professional editing secret. Then, we'll tackle layers and alignment. After that, we'll dive into the power of B-roll. And finally, we'll wrap up with adding cinematic magic. By the end of this, you're going to have the exact tools to make true YouTuber-quality content.
Let's jump right into part one, the professional editing secret.
We kind of need to rethink what makes content actually look premium, because the gap between a simple phone recording and a pro-level output is way smaller than you'd think. It's a stark contrast, really. On the amateur side, you've got a single continuous shot, just one static camera angle running forever. And let's be real, viewers get bored incredibly fast with that. But on the professional side, the content is dynamic. It's multi-layered. It's constantly moving, shifting, and feeding the viewer's eyes with fresh visual information. That dynamic feeling is exactly what keeps audiences hooked from start to finish.
Which brings us to our next concept, layers. This is literally the video foundation. To make this super easy to picture, I want you to think of editing like baking a really great cake. Step one is your main video, right? That's the thick, solid base of your cake. Step two is your B-roll. Think of this as the rich cream spread right on top. Step three is your text, which is like adding fresh fruits for that bright flavor and texture. And finally, step four is your music and overlayers, the beautiful decorations that tie the whole thing together. When you use an app like CapCut, you're literally stacking these elements one on top of the other. Every single element sits on its own distinct layer. Combine them and boom, you've got a complete, highly professional final product.
Next up is alignment, perfecting your position.
So what exactly is alignment? Basically, it means perfectly positioning your text, stickers, and any graphical elements to create a really clean, intentional look. Because trust me, randomly placed text will instantly ruin a fantastic edit. If a word is just slightly off-center or a sticker is awkwardly floating in the corner, our brains immediately register the whole thing as sloppy and amateurish, even if we don't consciously realize why.
Here's a huge tip if you're editing on your phone, especially in CapCut. Always look for the automatic alignment guides. Whenever you drag a piece of text across the screen, these bright orange lines will snap into place. They're telling you, hey, your element is perfectly centered right here, or perfectly aligned with another object. Never ever just guess where the center of the screen is. Let the software do the heavy lifting. It is a tiny detail, but I promise you it makes a massive difference in how polished your work looks.
All right, moving on to arguably the most important concept today, the power of B-roll.
Let's get crystal clear on what B-roll actually is. It's extra visual footage shown alongside your main video to actively support and enhance your story. So say your main video is just you talking to the camera about a PW Earner's lecture. Your B-roll would be a quick cutaway showing the actual app screen on your phone, or maybe a close-up of your hands taking notes, or someone looking at a laptop while your voiceover just keeps playing in the background. It gives your audience compelling visual evidence of exactly what you're talking about.
And here is the ultimate YouTuber secret rule you absolutely need to memorize, 3 to 5. If you want to kill viewer boredom and skyrocket your watch time, you have to aim to cut to a new B-roll shot every 3 to 5 seconds. Human attention spans are basically non-existent these days, right? By constantly introducing new, relevant B-roll every few seconds, you're literally hitting the refresh button on your viewer's brain.
Now you might be thinking, okay, but where on earth do I find all this extra footage? Well, it's actually incredibly easy and completely free. First off, shoot it yourself. Set your phone down, hit record, and capture yourself working or typing. Boom, instant, authentic B-roll. Second, tap into free stock footage sites like Pexels, Pixabay, or Unsplash. You can grab some truly cinematic shots there for $0. And third, screen recordings. If you're talking about a specific website or app, just record your screen while you use it. So simple, but so effective.
Finally, let's talk about overlays, adding cinematic magic. Think of overlays as the absolute final polish on your video. They're transparent effects placed right over your main video to instantly boost its visual appeal. It's like the secret sauce. You take a perfectly standard, maybe even slightly boring video, slap the right overlay on top, and suddenly, it feels atmospheric. It feels highly produced. It just looks magical.
There are 4 main types of free overlays you'll want to hunt down. First, light leaks. These are those cinematic, sweeping orange or golden beams of light that give your video a super warm, high-end camera vibe. Second, particles. Think magical dust, subtle sparkles, or falling snow. Third is film grain. If you're going for that vintage, nostalgic, analog texture, film grain is your absolute best friend. And fourth, glitch overlays. If you're making fast-paced, trending tech content, adding a quick glitch effect makes the whole edit feel super edgy and modern.
Applying these is honestly a breeze. Here's the highly actionable step-by-step for CapCut. First, you just add your downloaded overlay clip using the Overlay menu. Second, and pay attention, because this is the crucial part, you have to change the blend mode. You'll want to select either Screen or Multiply. That instantly strips away the black or white background, making the effect perfectly transparent over your footage. Finally, just tweak the opacity. A really subtle hint of a light leak or film grain is usually all you need. You can literally try this right now and watch your content transform.
So we've covered the core building blocks today: layers, alignment, B-roll, and overlays. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. B-rolls use kartate, balayapani videos me? Really ask yourself that. If you haven't been doing it, just imagine how much more engaging your content is going to be starting today. Save this lesson, go apply these tools right away, and I will catch you on the next explainer.